be the one to start the fight, and I thought you'd be the fire in my tiger eyes. So be the miracle that makes the broken breathe. I say all the sick that soaks inside of me, and all my filthy eyes I stole from your love to get me back in the two lights. I'm an animal. I can't be controlled. This moon, the force of the beast that makes it bloom and move like a monster in the cold and black lagoon. This heart,
what I can honestly say has been the best day of my life. I mean, I got to marry this beautiful girl over here. Just look at her, don't look at me. On behalf of my wife and I, I'd like to thank everyone for coming and sharing in a certainly special day. Without you all, it certainly would have been the same, but it definitely would have been a lot cheaper. I mean, sorry, I had to say it. We're going to elope, but I'm glad to have you all here.
You're all there. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Some of you have travelled long distances. We have guests here from Innisfail, Melbourne, Wellington, and a whole bunch of you from Rockhampton, Montauk, of course, and Toowoomba. Unfortunately, a few people couldn't be here tonight, none by choice, but I'm sure they all would have loved to have been part of it. Notable absentees are all four of our granddads and Kel's nan. I'd like everyone to raise a toast, actually. Can I have my glass? To all of them watching over us tonight, and Kel's nan, who was too unwell to make it. Cheers. No, it's mine, mate. I've got to keep this.
No, you're right.
Actually, after saying that, right in front of me, we do have Keith here tonight. If you haven't met him already, Keith is Kel's adopted granddad, and he's a bloody top bloke. Everyone cheers to Keith, please. Come on, mate, have a beer. Are you getting soft? Getting soft with you? Hey, the scotch, he's into the scotch in here. Now, I've already done it, but I'm going to raise a few toasts tonight throughout the speech, so I hope your glasses are full and you've recently been in the toilet. First thanks must go to my wonderful parents for raising the most stunningly perfect son. In all seriousness, I couldn't have wished for better parents. You're both so generous, and all of your wise words, time and effort that you put into us boys, even though sometimes, well, most of the time your advice wasn't heeded, is a credit to you both. Unfortunately, Wendy still struggles to let boys be boys, and Gordon just wants to be one of them. Well, he is one of them, technically. I'll put that back down. I guess extra credit must go to Wendy for raising a husband with her 3 sons and not having one of them die on her clock. Please raise your glasses to Wendy and Gordon. I shouldn't put that down. Cheers. To Wendy. Plus Gordon. You're right. Next, I'd like to thank Kel's parents, Owen and Leonie, for raising the most perfectly stunning daughter. No one laughed that time. When I say it about myself, and then, no, okay.
No, it's good.
Okay. It's not just by luck that you can raise 3 children and they all turn out to be genuinely good people. Not to mention all high achievers, extremely high achievers. Both of you have been so generous and helpful, not just with today, but since you first welcomed me into the Lloyd household. Thank you. No, not yet, not yet. I still remember the first time I met Leonie. It was early in our relationship with Kel that she invited me over to Courtney's place for dinner. It wasn't until after I'd confirmed that I'd actually be going that she dropped the, "Oh, by the way, my mum was actually going to be there." It's not like you can pull out after she says that. I remember I told Ben and Ryan, who I was living with at the time, of the situation, and straight away they both agreed that it was a trap. And they said I shouldn't go. In the end, it wasn't as scary as they made out, and I'm glad I went to dinner that night. And Lloydie, we both have common interests. We both share the interest in footy, beer, and fast cars. One day we'll definitely get that race car on your money. Everyone, please raise your glasses to Anna Leone. Cheers. Thank you to Ryan and Tennille for doing an amazing job as MCs today. I've never seen two people take their roles more seriously. We've had pre-dinners and they've been meeting for months preparing for today. I'm quite confident we picked the right people for the job. Here's a token of our appreciation. Oh my God. It's somewhere. Ryan, I've got you a gift, mate, but it's not here tonight. I'm reading off the paper, but it's not here, mate. I got you a bottle. I'll give it to you later. Cheers to Ryan and Tennille. Thank you also to Chloe for being a beautiful flower girl today. Everyone must agree that she's the cutest thing in the world. Thank you to Kirsten for helping decorate. You've done some wonderful drawings. Okay, sorry. Thanks to Cam and Gareth for, I guess, being my brothers. Thanks to Brendan and Darren for being my other brothers. Yay! Thank you to our grandmas for always being there for us and their overwhelming generosity. Thank you to Marion for the ring pillow cushion. Unfortunately, the owl took the show today and the ring pillow didn't get a good show. I'm sorry, that wasn't me, that was Leone. Thanks to Rich and Leone for the photography today. Even though Leone wasn't meant to be taking photos, I'm sure she's got some up her sleeve. Thanks to Luke and Playback Studios for the videography. Thanks to Beck and Andy and the band for all the awesome music today. And thank you to all the rest of you for drinking my beer. Thanks, mate. No, cheers for that. A special thanks must go to Georgina and the staff at Flaxton Gardens. You've done the most amazing job today. You've made planning for this day as pleasant as possible, and Kel hasn't really been a bridezilla at all, thanks to you, I'm glad. You've also done an amazing job today, I can't thank you enough for having us here. Kelly, my wife. Well, that's going to take some getting used to, actually. Probably not as much as hearing Kelly Colston, because that just is so foreign, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. It's a great honour to have her share my last name, or our last name, Colston's. Yeah. So,
You're right.
Thanks, mate. Over the course of the speeches, you've probably heard how we first met. I actually want to tell it back how it actually went down. The year was 2009, it was New Year's Eve. Actually, it was the 30th, but I lie. I'm pretty sure I was out, but actually it was Jayden was out. And he was out to have a good time. I've written here, if you haven't heard already, Jayden is my alter ego, but you've heard it a few times, so he definitely comes out on a full moon. Dean Morgo and I were out at the Oxford Street party, generally as being three useless young blokes. Dean and Morgo mostly. The night was almost through, my morale was pretty low, until I spotted a group of familiar girls. It was actually these three over here. I walked over and probably said something stupid. Actually, it's probably bunt, said something stupid. But lo and behold, I'd split one of these girls from the group. Much to my amazement, Kelly started following me around like a lost puppy. After chatting for a while and fending off other boys with sticks, I thought I'd try my luck and ask where she lived. when she said Frenchville, I couldn't believe my luck. I was actually staying at Morgo's place that night in Frenchville. And I tried it out. I thought, let's catch a cab. What I didn't know at the time is Kel's brothers had a bodyguard with her. I think it was... Who was it? Yeah, the other park. Not this one, but another park. But he was a shit bodyguard because he let me in anyway. So we jumped in a cab and we were somehow chatting about how Lloydie, her dad, owned a helicopter. Not just owned a helicopter, but kept it in his garage. This got me excited. A pretty girl, a helicopter, huge house, jackpot. Keeper. I was pestering her and saying, you got to show me this helicopter. I don't believe you, so on, so on. By the way, most girls would see through this cunning plan, but you'll soon find out Kelly was actually playing me. So we got to said house. It was a nice house, it was modest, but no mansion. I mean, Frenchville's a nice suburb, so that ticked the boxes. This didn't faze me though. The plan was still in action. So Kelly took me to the garage, opened the door and declared, here it is. I looked with disbelief, but there was actually a helicopter in the garage. The only problem was, this helicopter was actually a dismantled 2-seat gyrocopter. Unfortunately, she told me to go home straight after that. Well played, Kelly. No, there was a helicopter. No. Now to the serious part. In my vows today, I said Kelly has the kindest soul. This is because she is the kindest, most loving person I know. There is not a person that has said a bad word about her because, quite frankly, she gives absolutely no reason to do so. Everyone loves you, including me. The crazy thing is, you somehow find space in your heart to love everyone back even more, including me. You're only a little, but you're huge in all the right ways. Sometimes I wonder why you chose me. I think some of my friends wondered the same thing. I love that from the beginning our friends, or my friends, instantly became our friends. The only issue with that is our friends now like you better. It was actually a fight to pick who sat on each side tonight, so Kelly's better friends with a lot of my friends over that side. Where am I at? Here we go. No, I'm good. I'm good. No. I'll dissolve. I love how you concentrate on the big picture. You're the most driven and goal-minded person I've ever met. I'm so proud of you and your achievements to date, and I'm sorry for being narrow-minded sometimes when I promise to improve on this. There's issues with putting the clothes away at home, I'm sorry. After tonight, our journey will continue, and I can't wait to see where it will take us. As long as we're together, even the toughest journey will be made easy. A final thank you must go to our bridesmaids and groomsmen. You all look beautiful, even the boys. Thanks, mate. No, I've lost it. Okay, each of you have played a special part in our lives, and Kelly and I are better people for it. Danita, Courtney and Kel actually have a special relationship. Whenever the girls are sleeping over at our place, Kel always chooses to sleep in their bed and not ours. It's like a grade 12 slumber party all over. For some reason, I don't think the events of today are going to change that. Ben, thank you for the wise words and jokes, mate, righto. And I'm sorry for telling you in Rome that time that you'll be a shit lawyer. I was wrong. Dean, thanks for being a good mate and for showing me how to drive a cat excavator under the dead of night. Those skills haven't come in handy in the office yet, but please raise your glasses to the bridal party. Oh, wrong one. Jeez. Go team. And that's me done. So I think we should dance after Kel's speech. I'll take this shit off. Can I have something, sir, please? Yeah, Pappy, jump in.
Yeah, I'll grab this. I'll grab your speech.
Have you got my glasses? Can't read with that.
Hi folks, my name's Ray Pappy Fuller and I'm very good friends with the Lloyd family, and look, I'd like to say it's the proudest moment of my life to see Kelly and Jayden married. I've known this young lady for a long time.